Hello and welcome to today's tutorial. Today I'll be showing you how to make the infamous crisscross headband with asooke. For this you just need some pieces of your asooke. I'm using two colors here. You can actually use one color if you want, but I'm using two colors here because these are the pieces I could find in my store. And you need your fishing line and your needle, your scissors and your measuring tape. So I'm going to be taking the shorter asooke. I'm going to be measuring 29 inches. 29 inches. That is what I have left here. Although we will be having some pieces left. You measure your Alice band. Our Alice band with the padded is 22 inches. That's on the length. Then if you're to check it on the width side, we're having almost 5 inches there. So what we are going to do, we'll be taking your asooke, you'll be placing it over it and wrap it as seen in the video. You're going to be folding it over and wrapping it like this. You can decide to make your padded headband higher than this. That is, you should increase the foam just like we learned in how to make the padded headband. So you're going to take it and fold it in this manner so it can enable you to sew. You can see what I'm doing here. I placed it on it, then I'll be bringing the other side to it. I'm going to fold the tip a bit so that it doesn't overlap to the outside. So you can see I'll tuck the excess in and I'm going to fold it, and I'll use my fishing line and my needle to sew. You can actually use a matching thread if you don't have fishing line. You can use needle and thread, matching needle and thread. So I'm going to be sewing it all the way down like that. I'll be covering it up with the fabric, that's the asooke fabric, and I'm going to be sewing it all the way to the end of the other side. Carefully watch how I do this. You pick a bit from the inner one and the outer one, you pull it together and you sew. So basically this is what you'll be doing till you get to the other end of the Alice band. As you keep folding it and folding it and folding it. Please watch the video carefully to see how I go about that. You keep pulling it, and while pulling, please don't pull so tight so that you don't compress your foam. This is the reason why I said we don't need the light foam to form the headband. So you keep pulling it, you don't pull so tight so that it doesn't become too small, but you pull it and ensure it's smoothing.
More music on trendybeats.com.
As you can all see, I'm pulling it and trying to bring it together. So I'll still continue in that same manner. I'm going to be sewing it all the way down to the end point of the Alice band. Now you can see I have it here. I'm done sewing. So what I want to do, I want to secure the tip want to secure the tip so that I can be able to cut off the excess. You can see that's where it stops. So I'm going to make that place a bit tighter. When stitching your ashoke, please, when you get to the tip of the Alice band, which is slimmer, you need to pull the ashoke to make that side slimmer and bring out the shape of the Alice band very well. So I'm going to pull it tight and I'm going to sew that place and secure it properly. Then you watch how I'm going to be cutting off the excess, and now I'm going to be tucking the tip in. Sorry, I had to change my phone because the battery of the other one was low. That's why the quality of the camera is a bit low. So you can see I'll give a little bit of space, more like 2 inches or 1.5, and cut off the excess. Then the remaining fabric, you bring it together and make it smaller, then fold it over the Alice band. Don't worry about this, we'll be covering it up with our pita charm or bias. So you see me, I'm going to be tacking it to secure it firmly down there so it doesn't loosen. As we all know, ashoke comes out by itself. So we'll be using our fishing line and our needle to tack it down properly. And ensure whatever you're sewing should be in between. It shouldn't come out to the sides of the headband. It should just be in between, that is underneath the headband, the area you tacked. Let it not exceed that area to have a neat and nice finishing. So I'll tack that place, I'll secure it, and I'm going to repeat the same thing on the other side of the Alice band. So as you can have it, you see I'm done with the two sides. You can actually leave your Alice band like this and embellish it. And if you want to add the elastic, you just add it where my hands were marking. So you set that aside. You pick up your other fabrics. You measure 60 inches of fabric from 1 hour. That is 1 hour pieces of ashoke. You measure 60 inches from it, like I have here. 60 inches because I'll be trimming off the excess. So 60 inches is okay for this. You can see the ashoke is folded. You see the manner in which I folded it is 1 hour. Then you fold it into two in this manner. You can see, then you iron it to be smoothened. You iron it. That's just what I did here. You iron it properly to be very flat. So after that, you locate the middle. You bring the two tips together so you can actually get the middle of the ashoke. So when you have the middle of the ashoke, then you'll be using it to wrap around the headband you already created. Please watch closely. This is the middle of my ashoke. You'll be turning it like this, as seen in the video. You can actually ask someone to hold it for you if you can't walk alone with it. So you take it underneath it. You take it underneath the Alice band, that's the padded band. You can see how I'm doing it. I am not going straight. I bring the right hand out to the other side and I take the left hand out to the other side also. So you can see. So those two hands I brought out, I'll be bringing them on top each other in a V form, that's in a crest form. You take it to the other part of it. Then you take it underneath it again, like that. So that is basically what you'll be doing. We are doing it in crisscross form. Please just watch the video carefully and see how I achieved that. Make sure the right hand side is coming out towards the left hand part, while the left hand is going out towards the right hand part. Just watch the video so you will understand better. As you can see, while you work, please try and smoothen the job so it will be beautiful. When you get to this middle part, you extend your hand a bit so that you're going to be having that space you have in the middle there. You extend your hand forward a bit, but make sure the crossing, they are all aligning in the middle, like in the middle of the headband. All crossing you're having, like the X part of it, they are all aligning on the same line, the one on the right side and the one on the left side. And while you do, please don't tighten your headband, the foam on your headband, too tight, so you don't compress it and it won't look even. So when you arrive at this end part, after crossing that one, you leave it inside, then you cross this one to meet it there. Why? Because there is no longer space in the Alice band, so that is where we're going to be ending it. And you also want it to come out the same way as the other side you did. So here now, you're going to use your fishing line to tack it. You tack it and cut off the excess. So I'm going to be using my long needle to pin it down first. I'll pin it down with my long needle, then arrange it properly before tacking. You can see what I'm doing there. I'm trying to pin it down here. So I'll do that. Then I'm going to arrange it properly before I tack. You see this one, the times is on the side. So I'm going to be moving it to the middle. You arrange it to come to the middle so that it can align with the other one. You see, let it all align to be in the middle. So you arrange it with your hand before you do your final tacking, and we'll be closing it up with a bias tape in the middle, so that is going to give you a nice finishing. That we're going to be closing it up with a bias tape underneath the Alice band, so we can have a nice finishing. Now I'm going to tack and I'll cut off the excess. You can see what I have here. I'm done cutting off the excess. I'm done tacking and I've cut off the excess. So now I'm going to be tacking the tips, that's the pieces, down, so that it's going to be smooth and flat. As you can see, I'm trying to tack that part down. I'm showing you that you'll be closing it up with a bias, so don't be scared or don't be too unsure that this place is going to be looking rough. No, you'll be closing it up with a bias, so it's not going to show. So watch the video to the end to see how we did that. So as you can see, I'm done doing the tacking and all. So we have 3 spaces which are plain, while the others have the design. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to be using my Alice band, the wide one, and I'm going to be covering it up like this. You apply your glue on the Alice band and you cover it up like this to the end of the other side of it. So that's just what you'll be doing. Thank you for watching the tutorial. This is JB Signatures Online Training. See you in our next class for how to make the other designs of the headband. Bye.